What up, y'all?
This is Aaron.
This is Steven.
This is the story so far. We're back after a long hiatus, and
it wasn't that long. Comparatively to the last one, this was short.
yeah, but I mean, it's been almost 2.5 months. So it's been quite a while. I mean, the last time that we were here, my Giants actually had a chance at the Super Bowl.
And my Eagles never did.
No. So I mean, that tells you how long we've been gone. You know, my guys dropped the ball, and what can I say? They did terrible. I mean, they came out with a winning season, but they still could have done a lot better than what they did.
True.
On the other hand, congratulations to the Ravens. You know, I honestly was happy that they won the Super Bowl. They are actually my number 2 team in the NFL. So
of course they would. They're my number 2 team too because they won the Super Bowl.
Not mine. I mean, I've liked them for a long time.
Just gives me crap.
But you know, it was cool that Ray Lewis got to go out on a high note.
Yeah.
So the other news out of that was you know, Kaepernick proved that he is a pretty good quarterback.
Yep.
So I think I'm positive Alex Smith is going to be looking for a job elsewhere, and good luck to him. I don't think he's going to have too hard of a time landing someplace.
No.
So a lot of coaches that got fired and rehired at different places. A lot of general managers also. So looks like next season's going to be a pretty interesting season.
Absolutely.
Go Giants.
Go Eagles.
Let's stay on the topic of the Super Bowl. You know, it was a damn good Super Bowl.
Yes, it was.
I mean, you know, after the first half, even after the first kickoff in the second half, thought for sure it was going to be a blowout by the Ravens, but thanks to somebody, and I honestly would say maybe Alex Smith, flipping the light switch off, they got rested, and the 49ers were able to come back and make it an interesting game.
Dude, I almost turned the station at halftime because I was, man, they're going to get blown out. And then they come out and they run that kickoff back. And I was just like, what the? And I almost changed it then too. I was just folding laundry, so after I was done, I was going to change it. And then the lights go out. I was like, alright, I'll wait and see.
It was definitely an interesting game, man. I'll tell you, one of the best that's been played in quite a long time. So
now if they could just get the Super Bowl halftime party.
Man, yeah, if they need to do a better job on that halftime. Beyonce, I thought she totally sucked. You know, not much else to say about that. There is one thing I do want to say about it, I guess, is she threw up this sign, and there's a little bit of a story on it on Monday about people thinking that it's the symbol for the Illuminati. I gotta say that no, it's not, because I'm sure that she was just throwing up a sign to her husband Jay-Z, because he's been throwing that sign up for a long time. He actually got that from a wrestler known as DDP, Diamond Dallas Page.
Yep.
Oh, hail to the V.
But anyway, Diamond Dallas Page would throw that sign up before he did his famous finisher called the Diamond Cutter. And then Jay-Z picked up on it and ran with it. And so he's got his own record label that's called Diamond something or another. I don't remember what it is, but I'm positive that's what it was. That's what the reference was to, not to the Illuminati, but who knows? Conspiracy theorists, please go wild.
Oh, yeah, they will.
They will.
So, continuing with the Super Bowl on a related story, did you hear that a company, an insurance company, I think it was, or maybe it was a furniture company, I don't know. I think it was a furniture company, but they said if the Baltimore Ravens return a kickoff on the beginning of either half for a touchdown, they'll pay anybody's furniture off who bought it between this date and 3 p.m. on Super Bowl day. And because Jacoby Jones ran that touchdown back, they had to pay out $600,000 worth of furniture.
Wow. Good for them.
I know, right?
Shouldn't bet. Well, let's let's talk about other things that have happened since we've been gone. I mean, you know, we had the school shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, and from that has stemmed a lot of people going bat crazy for on either side of the gun rights and gun law issue. And then we just had this guy just this past week that took the little boy hostage in Alabama. He killed a school bus driver and snatched his kid, and then went into a bunker and held the police at bay for like 6 days, and then they finally got in there and took him out. And I'll tell you, it's, you know, it's stories like that that give the gun rights activists a lot of ammunition to say, hey, you know, we need to take the guns away and all this crap. And I gotta say, you know, I'm all for everybody having their own guns, you know, so I don't think that right should be taken away. I don't think that the laws that everybody's trying to enact to make against you having so much ammunition or these high round clips that go into your automatic weapons, even the automatic weapons and all that, I don't think that's going to help the issue, because whoever wants to get a hold of a gun and go out and cause damage is going to do it. And if you take the guns away, guess what? They're going to find a different way to do it. There's bombs. Take the bombs away, they're going to grab the knives. So, you know, the violence is never going to stop. And we've just got to figure out a better way at preventing it and handling the situation when it does happen. But trying to take away people's rights and limit their rights is not the way to go. And I think that's about all I've got to say on that. I know a lot of people have blown up my Facebook news feed with it, and it's really been irritating. But I've kept my mouth shut on it for the most part. But here's my forum to speak on it, and I have, and that's about all I'm going to say about it for right now.
I don't know if I really have an opinion. I do have an opinion that I think it's stupid that the government's trying to do that, because, I mean, it's not going to fix anything.
No.
You think of years ago, back when there was the Trolley Square shooting, and the dude got a hold of a gun that, I mean, he didn't buy it or anything, he just was able to get a hold of one.
Well, the Newtown kid, you know, it was his mom's weapons. It wasn't his.
Yep.
So criminals, people that are crazy, that want to go out and cause this mayhem, they're going to find a way to do it, regardless of what we do. They will find a way to do it. Like I say, we've just got to figure out how we're going to respond to it and try to minimize it. And you can do all the background checks you want and all this. You know, if somebody's crazy, they will figure out a way to get around that. There's no doubt about it. And it's whether it's faking their background information, whether it's finding somebody with their own stockpile of guns and going out and taking theirs to do whatever, there's always going to be a way around it, regardless of what you do. So taking away people's rights is not the answer to it. What you reading up on over here?
I found the story I was looking for.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway, yeah, it don't matter to me, just because no matter what, I can't have a gun or carry a gun. So.
Well, you can, just not legally, pal.
And I have shot guns before. It was fun.
I love going shooting on the very rare occasion that I get to go. I've only been able to go a few times. My good friend Brent, he has his own little personal arsenal, and he is a gunsmith. And he and I were in business for a while, doing lawn mowing, and as part of that, he latched his gunsmithing business onto it a little bit. And so, you know, I was around it a little bit, didn't get into it, but you know, I think it's cool that he's able to do that. He's able to buy and sell guns and do work on them. And he actually has a lot of friends in the military and that asked him personally to do work on their weaponry. So, you know, it's a good trade. It's, you know, it's, like I say, it's anybody's right to do it. Myself, I prefer the good old machete, and eventually I will end up with either a bow or a crossbow. Don't know how far down the line that'll be, but I am planning on getting my own little weaponry there. So, and who knows, I may end up with a gun at some point, but I kind of doubt it. You know, the reason why I say that I'd like to go for a bow or a crossbow is just because it's a little bit harder to load than a handgun or anything, so don't have to worry about the kids getting a hold of it and using it very well. So, but if I did get a gun, you know, it definitely would have the locks on it and be put away where the kids couldn't have access to it.
Okay, let's just be honest. The reason you prefer the machete and the bows and arrows and stuff like that is because you're more of a personal type killer. Okay? You like to just see the whites of their eyes as you're like
Not the
kinda
whites,
hacking them.
not the whites necessarily. I just like to see the lights go out. You know, just like to see that light just fade out of their eyes. As I'm,
I like to watch it seep away.
hey, man, come on now. We're getting a little too deep here. I don't need to dig up the bodies.
By the way,
Yeah.
I came over the other day to shovel, and guess what I found under the snow? You know that's why they dig them 6 feet. Okay,
Dang it.
6 inches.
Bandit, have you been digging out in the yard?
6 inches is not nearly enough.
Oh, man. We're sick and
I
twisted.
know, right?
So anyway, you said you got your story.
Yeah. The story I was looking for is about this girl who transferred schools here in Utah. She's played soccer ever since she was a little kid. And now the Utah High School Athletic Association is making her sit out a year because she transferred high schools.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That is stupid.
And the reason they say that she has to sit out a year is because they didn't have a good enough reason for transferring.
Some people just like to move. Some people just like to change school.
Yep. They compare it to the East High School football team that was dropped from first place to fourth because they played 4 ineligible players. When originally they were banned from the playoffs,
Yeah.
and then they lightened their stance on that. So if they're going to lighten their stance on 4 ineligible players, why can't they lighten their stance because somebody moved schools?
Because somebody has to be made an example out of.
Yeah, I guess so. And soccer's just not a moneymaker.
Apparently not. But man, I'll tell you, all the soccer fields that I see and all the people that I see out on Saturdays during the summers with their kids playing soccer, I would think it's pretty lucrative business, and you know, I think that it'd be a good exercise for the kids. So whatever. But,
Yep.
yeah, I don't think they should make her sit out a year. I mean, that's kind of stupid because you've only got so much time in school to be able to do that, and then you got to move on to college and the real world. So
Yep. So anyway, moving on. Did you see Iron Man 3 trailer?
going back to the Super Bowl, the commercials sucked.
Yep.
Yes, I did see the Iron Man 3 commercial, and I liked it. You know, I'm very excited for that movie. Can't wait. But I'll tell you, where have the good commercials gone? Where's the Bud Bowl? I mean, you know, I am not an alcohol drinker, but I'll tell you, I honestly looked forward to the Bud Bowl commercials
Every
during
year.
the Super Bowl. Yeah.
You want to know which one was good though? And I laughed. There was actually, you know, like 2 or 3, but
There were about 3 that we actually laughed at.
the best one that actually won ad of the year was the Tide commercial.
Oh, the Joe Montana?
Yeah.
That one was funny.
awesome.
That one was funny.
Amy
Go
and I were laying
Ravens.
there. Or no, Amy wasn't there. I'm sorry. I was standing there folding laundry and I saw it and I seriously held this shirt like this forever as I watched it. He's like, oh yeah, and everybody's coming in looking. And he's like, where's my jersey at? Oh, I washed it. You washed the stain? No. Go Ravens.
That was definitely, and you know that was a well-timed commercial too. That was definitely a well-timed commercial.
Absolutely.
So, I give them kudos. Like I say, there were 3 3 to 4 that we saw that were good, and the rest just totally sucked. But you know, back in the day, the commercials were awesome. That's one thing that you look forward to.
Yep.
And now, you know, they're so expensive where you're paying $1 million plus just to have your commercial on. You think that you would have some quality in your commercial.
Yep.
I mean, you know, if you're going to be paying that much money to have your product shown, at least throw some quality behind the production on it. So it, you know, they said there was a Lone Ranger commercial during it too, and I missed the Lone Ranger.
I didn't see one, but
I didn't either, but I heard that there was, and so I missed that commercial. And there were a couple other movies spots that they had. Oh, Jack the Giant Slayer. Did you see that one?
yeah.
I heard it, but I happened to miss it, so I'm kind of excited for that movie. So, this is actually, the next couple of years are really good for some good movies coming out.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty excited as a movie-going fan. Unfortunately, Dustin more than likely not going to be making it to any of the open nights. Sorry, I'm getting old. Showing my age. Can't stay out until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and then get up and go to work 4 or 5 hours later. Gonna give you a little explanation of why we had our hiatus. You know, we had the holidays come up, and then we were doing a lot of traveling, so it just unfortunately made
Some for work and some not for work.
True. So, but it just made it so that we had to take some time off. You know, I don't plan on the show ever permanently going away, but we definitely will be taking hiatuses here and there. So, got some babies coming up in the summertime.
Whoop whoop.
Looking forward to that. So might end up
I'm gonna be an uncle.
having to take some time off for that.
This is not his time. This is my time. The uncle's time. The coolest uncle of all time in the history of the universe. It's my time.
But we'll try and keep the show going. And hopefully now that we're back, we'll hopefully keep it on a regular basis again. So
30 seconds ad time during the Super Bowl this year. $3.5 million.
see what I'm talking about? I mean, you're paying millions of dollars.
Yep.
You know?
Why wouldn't you put something good in there? Make it stick in people's minds.
Exactly. You know, the Tide one sticks out. You know, you had the one where the babies were all being delivered. How did the babies get delivered?
Yep.
That one, that was kind of funny. The Paul Harvey Dodge commercial, where it's Paul Harvey talking about how God created the farmer.
Yeah.
You know, that one was memorable. So there were a few good ones. You know, I look more for the funny. The Paul Harvey one wasn't funny. It was just a good commercial.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look for the funny ones, and I'll tell you, they just don't make them like they used to.
The one that stuck in my mind, but was quite a disappointment, because usually Doritos has a good one. But the girls playing in the room was like, "Come play with me," and all the guys are waiting for me. I have Doritos. The guys come walking in, and he's dancing around in a dress with glitter and makeup on his face. And then at the end of it, all the guys were in there doing the same thing too.
Is that my wedding dress?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. So,
it was good.
it was good. Anything else you want to talk about tonight?
No.
No, you're good.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about movies that are gonna be released and things like that, news about them, but some retard deleted the email that came to me, so I don't know who that was.
Well, it certainly wasn't me.
Some retard.
Well, I'll tell you what, do some research this week. I'll do some research because there are several movies that I'm excited to talk about. I mean, Amazing Spider-Man Part 2 is starting production. You got Guardians of the Galaxy. That movie has started casting. And I did see that they cast the lead role in that today, so I'll have that information for you for next week. You know, a lot of good movies coming out. We got Man of Steel coming out in a few months.
Yeah.
Very excited about that from the trailers. Very excited about
I
that.
can't lie, I'm excited about that one too.
But you got Captain America Part 2 coming out. You got Thor 2 coming out this year. I think they're this year. They might be next year. I'm pretty sure they're
I
this year.
think it is this year.
So, you know, obviously Iron Man 3, as we said, which had a really cool commercial. So I'm really excited about that. So we'll get some movie stuff, some more entertainment stuff going for next week. Not much to talk about as far as local stuff. You know, we still got a few local bands that we're supporting, and they got some stuff going, but we just kind of threw this show together at the last minute, so I didn't have too much going written down for tonight. One thing that I do want to get on is what's on my iPod. So I have downloaded some more songs since the last time that we were on, and so I'll play one for you here in just a second off my nice little Bomb Guy speaker. But this particular CD was it's Foreigner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, throwback to the 80s. And it's off of their album Acoustique, The Classics. So it's an acoustic album. And here it is. So this song is Feels Like the First Time.
Oh, that's a good song.
It is a good song, and I'll tell you, you know, what really got me hooked on this song, honestly, was the movie Pitch Perfect, which my wife owns.
Gay!
I may be gay.
Wanna know how I know you're gay?
There we go.
Sail across the stormy sea. If that's what it takes me, baby, to show how much you mean to me. Well, I guess it's just the woman in you that brings out the man in me. I know I can't help myself. You're all in the world to me. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time.
Sorry, I know I can't carry a tune, so that's why I won't
Dude,
sing
you
it.
couldn't carry a tune in a dump truck.
Feels like the very first time.
Oh!
Doesn't stop me from singing though.
But I was looking at some of the videos and stuff.
Spend my time
your
so
wedding.
foolishly.
Classic.
But now that
What
I
videos?
found you,
Oh, we have one video.
together we'll make history.
Get them to me, I want to see it.
Now it must be
I
the
think the
woman
best
in
one
you
is when we did Grease.
brings out the man
I really want to see them. I really do.
Okay.
Now I can't help myself. And all eyes can see.
Anyway, like I said, it's called the Acoustique, the Classics Unplugged. It's by Foreigner. Not a bad album at all. I liked a lot of the songs. I heard them when I was growing up. So
What he's saying is he's old, but they're good.
I'm old, but they're good. You know, and honestly, when I found that album, I wasn't looking for that album. You know, I just happened to run across it and thought that it was pretty good. So that's what's on Aaron's iPod for this week. You got anything on your iPod? Anything new?
Dude, I don't have my iPod right now.
Where's your iPod?
Truth be told, I have no idea.
Well, you know, if you don't make a payment on it at the pawn shop, they just turn around and sell it.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot that.
I know, right?
I had to get that $15 for a fix.
I'm just kidding.
Test
By the way,
it.
I'm going to throw this out there. Speaking of fixes, I'm going to throw this out there. Hey, Bill, keep up the good work. Even though I know he doesn't watch the show, you know, I'm glad that he's trying to quit smoking. So, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Bill's the guy that we work with.
When no one else is around, he comes to me and says, "Hey, can I bum a smoke?"
Honestly, I don't put it past him.
But I will admit, he does really good with it.
He's, you know,
Really well.
he's
with it.
trying to quit. So, good for him.
Especially since it's not his idea. Cause we had just had a conversation about it like a week or two before that. He's like, yeah, I'd quit if I was ready to. I'm just not ready to. And then Tony, the girl that went to the Christmas party,
I know who
with us,
she is.
yeah, she decided she wanted to quit and went and bought one of those little e-cigarette things and talked him into it.
Well, good for him though. I mean, you know.
So for somebody who
I hate to
wasn't
say it.
ready to do it, he's sure doing really well.
I hate to say it. I honestly don't think that it'll last, but good try.
Yep.
You know, I'll support him, and if it does last, then that's just awesome. So,
I agree.
well, I think that's going to be a show for this week. I know it's not too exciting, but like I say, we'll try and get more entertainment news for next week. Now that football season's over, we've got preseason to look forward to, and the draft and all that good stuff. So we'll keep you guys abreast of the situations going on with.
Breast.
Really? I mean, come on.
I had to, man.
Jeez. So, by the way, go Jazz. You know, we're right in the middle of the season. They're coming up on the All-Star break here soon, and those guys
I
are
think
doing.
it's like next weekend, isn't it?
I don't know when it is, but it's coming up soon. But you know, they're doing pretty good. They're up above 500.
5 games.
So you know, they're doing better than the Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, who isn't doing better than the Lakers this year? But
Touche.
surprisingly. but you know, hey, what can I say? So
The Wizards are almost doing better than the Lakers right now.
you know, the team that surprises me is the Clippers.
Oh yeah.
They're doing great this year.
Yeah, but they've got one of the deepest benches. But now without Chris Paul, I think that teams are having an easier time.
They're suffering. They're suffering right now, but they're still doing good for the season.
Derrick Rose is about to come back too for the Bulls.
Yeah. So anyway, basketball's good. You know, having a good year. So NHL is back. The lockout's over for that.
Oh.
Don't watch it, so don't really care. But
Congratulations to the NHL players for whatever they did.
yay.
Hurrah.
Go team, hit that thing with a stick, you know. You know, we're all into sports right now, so I'm throwing it out for the UFC. Alistair Overeem, way to talk it up, pal, and get your crap knocked out.
I love when that happens.
Oh man, he was talking it up, and he got his butt kicked. So good for him. Anyway, I think we're gonna end it here. So this has been the story so far. This is Aaron,
And Steven.
and we'll catch you next time.